we sit down and wonder, why is it that it seems like Republicans in every state, they constantly put crazy things on the ballot, nonsensical things that affect women, including their own, things like taking away your uh, unemployment insurance, things that affect their own. There are a lot of these things that they continue to do. They rile up their people into the false belief that somehow they're doing something that conservatives want, when we know what the truth is. But there's a little bit more to it, right? There's a little bit more. You have to rile people up and let them take a position on something that even affects them. Because once you take a position, even if it affects you, some people that is, some people with that slant in thinking, even if it hurts you sometimes, you're willing to hold on to it and accept it because it's your position, it's your ideology that was infused in you that makes you continue to adopt something that is not in your interest. And you know who got it right on the Velshi show today? This conservative pundit.
Jennifer Hayes, I want to switch topics here because there are two words that I never thought I'd use in the same sentence: Alabama and yoga. This week, the state's governor signed a bill overturning a 1993 law that banned the practice of yoga in Alabama public K through 12 schools. I can honestly say I never knew such a law existed. Now, some critics, mainly Christian conservatives, who maybe are having a hard time finding their center, say that teaching yoga could open the door for people to be converted to religions like Hinduism, which seems like a downward dog stretch to me. One thing that didn't get overturned in this new bill is greetings of namaste and other spiritual expression are actually still not allowed in public schools in Alabama. Until this moment, I really thought namaste was another word for Lululemon. So let's take it to the mats. Jennifer?
You know, this is the state of the Republican Party. These people are obsessed about nonsense. And what's more, they've come to believe that this is politics, that talking about yoga in classrooms is a substitute for governing, for solving actual problems. You know, the state of Alabama is not one of the top 10 states when it comes to education, health, longevity. It's not like there's any dearth of problems in the state of Alabama, but this is what they focus on. And it's actually, it's funny, but it's actually strategic, because if they didn't talk about this nonsense, if they didn't fan the flames of white Christian nationalism, then they'd actually have to address the problems of Alabama. They'd actually have to vote for things and be held accountable. So they can't have that. So let's talk about yoga and Dr. Seuss and the whole, you know, grab bag of nutsy memes that these people obsess about.
And it's a bit deeper. Like I said before, remember, the policies that they support many times materially hurts not only progressives, not only the people that don't vote for them, but also affects their own voters. So what they do in the nonsensical things she speaks about, they make sure and insert policies, bad policies that also affect their own, and make their own take a position because it's a purported conservative position. I am going to be with my conservative brethren, even though it hurts me, but I've taken that position. So now you don't realize that losing that $300 a week because of the ideology of your plutocracy, that it affects you. You took the position that those liberals want to give the store away, even though you need it. Those liberals want to give things to those people who need childcare, even though you need it. But you've taken a position. And as such, it gives them the leverage to continue voting to move your wealth up top with your support. Remember that, people. It isn't just as nonsensical as you believe. There is a reason behind it. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.